What's up, guys? So, let's get this first emotional thing out the way. We may have a death in the family. I think my cup is gone. It's missing. It's missing. So, I jumped the gun. But with the white cup that keeps everything hot, it's missing. Look, if you found my cup, please send it home. We miss it. I miss my cup. Yo, my cup has been missing for like 3 days. I think it's at work though. Because I work I'm off, I work, and then I'm off again. So I think it's been there since like Sunday. That's what I'm hoping. But if not, my cup. So yeah, if my cup is gone, like I'm going to have a whole crybaby fest over it. Yes, if you notice that I just had a cup of coffee and now I'm drinking some wine. So, look, it's my off day. I'm definitely trying to make sure that I accomplish a lot of shit today. So you drinking wine? Yes, I am drinking wine. I'm having a late lunch. It's real light but very starchy, so I wanted a glass of wine with it. Judge your mama, not me. But today's video, it definitely comes after an eventful week for me. I just could not find the time to sit down and put my thoughts to video. However, I did talk to a couple of people about a couple of things that I want to get done. So I'm still moving in the right direction. However, today I'm going to be a rude ass friend, guys. Judge your mama, not me. I'm going to be a rude friend because I'm about to hang out with my homegirl in about an hour. When I pick her up, we gonna talk and chit chat in the car. But when we get in this house, I got an outline to finish. I'm not playing games with these hoes this year. Come 2021, I'm gonna be making money off of my creative mind. Please believe me. So, with all of the things and the movements that's been going on, I still want to keep this going because I feel like at some point, I'm gonna look back on these videos and be like, dang, G, look at you. You came a long way. And so I don't want to not commit to myself. So I know it's been a while. I apologize. I'm going to try to get more consistent. I want to pop 3 a week. Pop 3 videos a week. That's not a lot, especially with the content that I am kicking out. Especially with the way that I'm trying to formulate this channel. So let's just get moving. Let's do this thing. First of all, and then secondly, I guess first of all was my cup, and then all those emotions. So next, I'll say, I hate this color scheme, so I'm so sorry if these colors are throwing you off. I don't like this green. I like this green with this maroon. I don't like this green and maroon with this blue. I don't like this green with this blue. I don't like this maroon with this blue. But guess what I'm not doing? Changing my clothes for you. So I apologize if these colors are throwing you off. I don't know, zoom in on my face or something. I can't help it. It's a lot of bold colors going on. It's just a lot. And then this hair is anarchy right now, but I can't retwist it because I haven't really grown yet. And it's only anarchy because I just had some weave in. So it's like, this is all my own doing. And that's kind of the topic of conversation for today. Maybe. I don't know. But that's a part of it. It definitely is a part of it. So, in this eventful week that I've had, I've realized that I am more and more happier with myself. I like myself. I've been looking good. I've been feeling amazing. I've had some little ups and downs, but I've been feeling overall, if I had to it's an A+, you feel me, on my feeling scale. But I'm realizing something weird is happening. The happier that I get and the healthier that I feel like I'm getting on the inside. Let me actually reverse that. The healthier that I'm getting on the inside, thus the happier that I'm becoming, I feel like I'm falling into some new issues, like some new problems now. And I don't want to be like that guy who always has a problem, but like, woes don't go away. Problems and issues don't go away. It's just, are we better equipped to deal with them? And so the current problem that I'm dealing with is that some of my solid relationships, my solid and sound relationships that I always feel like I could fall back on, have been changing drastically. Alright, maybe not drastically. I'll say this is the beginning ground rumblings of a drastic change if I don't catch it and deal with it appropriately. I think that's very accurate to what's going on. It's like those little ground rumblings. Like, did anybody feel that? Am I drunk? No? Okay. Yeah. It's like one of those. Like, one of those. You're not sure if it is what you think it is, but it feel like that. And I think it's just one relationship with a friend in particular that's really bringing me the most angst, because as I sit down and analyze it, what I'm coming up to what the solution is, or what like the problem might be, I don't like it. It is uncomfortable. It don't feel good at all. It's not. Nah. I think the ultimate problem or the shift in this relationship is the way that I need support now that I'm like learning to be more independent and like self-healing. Because I'm learning those tools, the way that I need to be supported from this friend has shifted. It needs to change. But in order for the support to still be accurate, this person needs to work on themselves. They need to analyze their situations, or at least be truthful with themselves about the shit that they're going through. At bare fucking minimum, what I need right now in my life is more forthcoming, open, and transparent relationships. And I don't think I always had that with this person, the way that we're connected. And so it's like, hey, motherfucker, like, I know we love each other, so can we love each other properly? Or more effectively for the both of us? I'm not just asking you to do what I need. I also need to know what you need. Because I'm trying to put myself in your shoes in our relationship. And if I was in your shoes, I would be exacerbated with me as well. I don't know. I've been feeling like now, though, the way in which I used to need support from this person, when given to me now, it feels like a lot of criticism. And I'm just like, yo, why you coming at my neck? Like, I ain't even trying to do nothing. And my thing is, I am a lot, but I am not harmful. I am not a Tasmanian devil a lot, right? I am more of a Speedy Gonzales a lot, right? Like, yeah, because I fuck with Looney Tunes a lot. That's a great, accurate way of describing my personality. You gonna see my ass coming. What the fuck was that? The fuck was it saying? The fuck was it doing as it ran by? It was cute though. Look how tiny it was. It was so cute. That's me in a nutshell. Fast, loud, and fucking saying some wild shit. And small and cute. I'm not a Tasmanian devil where I come through the room, wreck some shit, fall into walls, beat some shit up, break some shit, and then stand in the middle of the room huffing and puffing because I'm out of fucking breath talking about That's not me. Now, I accept my ownership. Once upon a time, that was me. And so this friend was able to support that chaos well. Like, nigga, do you know you broke everything in here? You gotta fix it. And I'm like, all right, cool, my bad. I gotta fix this shit. And then, like, I now, like, just run past some shit that ain't got nothing to do with me, do my thing, and keep it fucking moving. And now it's like, yo, you not supposed to be that. What? That's not fair. I feel like since we turned 30, Because we was born in the same year. So like that 30th year of existence, since that year for us, there have just been sprinkles of little snarky comments that kind of like zing me in those little spots that only this friend knows about, right? Certain things like, oh, you're so trendy. I hate hearing that because it's like, no, I really don't be knowing what's going on fashion wise. I'm just putting on clothes that I like. Ooh, that's colorful. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I can pull that off. Like shit like that. And it bothers me because my sense of fashion stems from where my sense of fashion has always stemmed from, my moods. So when I was younger and I would dress to my mood, people would look at me like I was fucking crazy. Now, don't get me wrong, I did wear a lot of black, did wear a lot of weird shit, did wear a lot of mixed match shit. Nigga, I was jumbled on the inside. So now that I feel like I'm getting better of a handle of putting together or projecting what I want you to see in me, right? Like days I'm sunny, I'm gonna have on big bright colors. Days that I'm like, stay back, I'm gonna have on some muted colors. And it's weird, but it works for me. It goes all to the whole tune. I'm not trendy. And it's like, well, why do you, I didn't mean it like that, so why are you taking it like that? Because we know each other. And you know how those words have led to superficial relationships that have been damaging to me. Or you know how those words have led to those backhanded female relationships that I always get burnt on the end of one way or another. Like you, if any fucking body knows, you knows. Why? I think another criticism, perceived criticism, is a better way of saying it, that this friend has given me has also been, you like a lot of attention. And I'm like, no, I get a lot of attention. And like, I'm loud. I'm interesting to look at, as people say, because I asked, why do you keep staring at me? You're just interesting to see. All right, I don't get it, but whatever. I don't reject it either. Just give me my space, because sometimes it makes me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, I think to hear this friend say things like, you want this attention, it's like, no, yo, I want to be me. I want to be chills. And I know that I get this type of attention because I'm trying to be my authentic self, and a lot of people feel repressed. Like conversations that I end up having with a lot of people kind of divulge into, well, yo, why are you like this? And I'm like, I don't know what you mean, because I'm just me. Like, I'm not doing anything other than what makes me smile the most on the inside. All I ever want is for people to know that you don't have to be that repressed. You can be free. As long as it's not malicious, then like, you owe nothing to anyone but yourself to obtain your happiness. So to hear like this friend, like, I don't know, say those things to me, it puts me in a weird headspace sometimes. It feels like ultimately they like me better when I'm a little more quiet, or when my light's a little muted, or when I'm just, a little more complacent. And I'm not a complacent person. So it's like, do you like me, or do you like what the hurt caused me to be? And I hate to say that, because that sounds so bad. But I do also acknowledge that there are some people in the world who only like people that they can help. They only like people who they can be in a perceived better than position with. I realize I've had a lot of those type of people in my life, and thus I have to acknowledge how that makes me feel, not do it myself, because I've been prone to be that predator as well. But then lastly, remove it how I can. So the first step in the process for me is to be very self-aware and like check stock in myself about like what the fuck I'm doing, what I'm putting out there, how am I feeling. Like I need to be real about those things. And so, and like taking some self-stock, I've definitely come to the conclusion that it's a combo of two things for me, because life's about balance. So it might always be a combo of two things. But one, I am probably putting out some energy that is creating some of the adverse issues that I'm still experiencing in life. And that's because I don't have those valid tools in those arenas to be successful. But I'm learning them, and I'm paying more attention to the mistakes that I'm making. For an immediate example, at work, I had that ooh, she sells too well issue already pop up. And so I normally like get real nasty and mad. Instead, I took the, hey, I apologize, I'm not trying to ruffle no feathers, you know, and I moved on. I also took the day from the person because I'm like, I just need some space. But I also did not try to poison the well like I used to in the past. So like that's going on. But on the flip side, like, and I'm going to use that immediate scenario as well. Some shit happened to me. Like there are still situations when you engage with people and shit happens upon you. And you have to like deal with it appropriately and deal with it like you should. Like the shit that happened upon me because of that situation, that's why I was like, I'm going to take some space. Like I'm not going to fight with you. Because old me would have like fought with you. But at the end of the day, that part of the scenario ain't my shit, so I ain't dealing with it. Like I pointed out, in the past, I would have been that pounce on the bullshit person. So I feel like this friend wants to keep me boxed into that pounce on the bullshit person. And I'm not that. I'm not that at all. I'm not that as much as I used to be, is what I'll say accurately. And then secondly, I'll follow that up with, I do pay attention to the trips and the triggers more now than I have in the past, so I don't become that person again. That's why I said earlier, the support that I need requires this person to work on themselves, because they still do some of the demonstrative things that hurts them in their overall like personage, I guess is the word that I'm looking for. Like the person that they are, they still do negative things to themselves that keeps them in that dark space. And I recognize it. And I try to like speak on it, but they don't share enough with me to be able for me to realistically help. Or sometimes when I hit the motherfucking nail on the head, they don't want to hear the fucking truth. So they reject it. But here's the problem of all of it though, right? Because if you just hear that, you're like, Regina, why are you even friends with this person then? No, because at times when I'm like broken down, crying, and I can't see the trees for the forest, or the forest for the trees, however, when I can't see the shit, this friend then wants to be like, oh no, you've achieved this, you've grown this, you missed this hole, you are growing, you are amazing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bitch, wasn't it just you motherfucking a week ago who told me that I'm fucked up individual? Like, what is it? I can't deal with that level of inconsistency. I don't know. Inconsistency is such a strong word, so I don't know what to call it, but that shit hurts. It just hurts. Because I feel like people do that to me a lot. especially a lot of the abusers in my life. They've done that to me. Oh, you ain't shit. Okay. You really ain't shit. Yo, I'm really trying hard. All right, how can I change? You ain't never gonna be shit. Cool. All right, but like an off chance that I might, can, and possibly will be, what shit should I be, right? And then I start to achieve some shit and move in those directions and start to be more of what they say they needed from me. And then it's like, no. Oh, no, you still fucking it up. Cool. Then I'm gonna do nothing. I get broken, and then it's like, yo, you ain't realize all that shit you was doing a month ago? You ain't realize how you supported me? Ooh, yo. I really felt that when I apologize. Give me 2 seconds to get my shit back together. Cause it's like, how the fuck can you appreciate a motherfucker once they gone, once they stop, once they done? So I fact check life, and what I call fact checking life is, I bounce some shit that we all go through off of elders, off of peers, and off of fucking youngers. Because I feel like if you get the collective, like, you'll hear the truth somewhere in between. Now, ultimately, the truth is what you're feeling, not like the truth is what you believe, but the truth is what you're feeling and what you can concretely hook on, right? So one theme has been popping up, and I've been feeling this too, and I think this is why I've been rejecting this theme. But the one theme that's been popping up is like, maybe y'all outgrown each other. No, don't say that. I don't like that. Because when you outgrow things, you gotta throw them away. Ain't throwing this friend away. What I kind of think is also happening to us, and I'm going to touch on the outgrowing part. But what I also kind of think is happening to us is that our tables are turning a little bit. And just how we're handling, or how we handle those positions, are just different. So let's dive into both of those. The reason why I'm like, ooh, I feel like it is maybe an outgrowing each other is because as I've been doing research about how do you know if you're outgrowing friends, and what happens and what do you do, and like I'm just reading articles, talking to people about it, and just fact checking life. 3 things came up that made me really like stop and pause and think about this friendship. The first is the constant feeling of feeling judged, and like I said, since we turned 30, I've been feeling judged. So that's a couple of years now. So it's like, and it's not like a consistent judgment. It's just like I said, sprinkles of snark. But that led to you don't feel supported. And I said that earlier. The support that I need has shifted. It's not that stop being a Tasmanian devil. It's more of a, hey, you're probably missing some shit because you're moving too fast. Conversation more. 2 different things, like 2 different nuances, right? But the one that really like kept nagging at me was like, you don't. Oh, I'm sorry, before I transition to that one, because I'm also thinking about the support thing. Let me be clear about how the support has changed. It's not just that I need this person to see me differently. I also need this person to utilize me differently. That word fell out. I need them to utilize me differently. And when I say that, I mean that I have grown as a person in the relationship. It's like that moment when you get a little older, like of working age. You see your mother struggling, so it's like, Mom, let me help out. Like, let me pay the gas and electric, or let me pay the goddamn food bill, or let me just only worry about me, but I gotta get a job to do this. Like, you have some sense of responsibility to this relationship now. I am healthier. Thus, I noticed that I need to be more responsible in this relationship. I'm not being supported because this person won't let me do that. Because they keep pigeonholing me in this spot of hurt and incapable of understanding, at least that's how it feels. They don't share, they don't divulge. So it's like, how are we friends if you're always fixing me and I can't help you grow? Because I perceive it differently. But that's how it feels. If you're always giving me the advice that I need to catapult and be a full adult, but yet you never divulge into me the ways in which you're not 100%, how? And then when you do divulge, it's very vague. It's like, well, I don't share my life with everyone. Yo, if I am still in the everyone category, dude, then cool. Just let me know, because you're not in the everybody category for me. So it's not like the support on the realm of, what are you doing for me? And what you're doing for me is not enough, or it's too little, it's too much. It's more of a, for me, because of the balance that I understand, you not letting me do for you, which is going to put you in a weird headspace about me. And motherfucker, I ain't trying to do that. So let me help you. I can see you struggling. I speak on it. And you just like, nah, I'm good. Oh, you know, I'm a cocoon myself. That's dumb. It's okay when you do it, but not when I can't. That sucks. But the last thing that I was about to transition into is that it feels like sometimes the only thing we have in common is the past, though. And, because this is a perfect segue into why I think our tables have turned. It feels like, to a lot of degrees, and our adult lives are very different right now, but I have a lot of friends who have very different adult lives than me. That does not mean that we don't have genuine relationships. And I'm not saying that this relationship isn't genuine. I'm just saying that it's changing in an uncomfortable way for me. So yeah, like now though, in our adult life, I think the choices that we have made as women were fundamentally different on like foundational bases. And I think that's just a temporary thing. It's just right now. Like, it's not like one's above the other or whatever. I'm just saying that, like, the choices that I've made in my life has led to problems that she doesn't deal with, and vice versa. The choices that she's made in her life has led to problems that I don't deal with. Now, on the positive, the choices that I've made in my life has led to happiness that she doesn't get to experience. And the choices that she's made in her life has led to happiness that I don't get to experience in mine. So it's like, I respect all of that. So why can't... So I just hate always feeling like the bad guy walking away from situations with this friend. So I say the tables have turned because I've known this friend for a long time. And a lot of my friends, it's weird. I feel like I wasn't very popular in school, but I was friends with a lot of the popular people. It was weird. A lot of my closest friends were super popular. Well, maybe not super. They were very well known. Beautiful beings, inside and out, still are. Because I keep lasting friendships. Like, I have a bunch of friends that I've known for 15 plus years. So, you know, they were in the in crowd. I wasn't. Like, I lived a very sheltered, abusive life. I couldn't be. Like, me hanging out with y'all meant I'ma die and be homeless tomorrow. I can't afford those things. So, yeah. So, not being in the in crowd back then, you know, not being a desired person back then, but hanging around the desired crowd, I'm like, oh, all right. Cool, I still get to eat cake. It might be leftover cake, but nigga, I still get cake. There are motherfuckers who ain't getting cake. Pass me the cake. Pass me the cake. Oh, you need me to hand that to them? That's cool. I was never Morton, though. I always got mines. Never Morton in those situations. Office Space reference for the kids out there. So, yeah, it bothers you. It does, especially when you like, why don't people think I'm cool? Oh, well. But what happens to the artsy kid, the weird kid, the poetry writing kid? Because, like, as I'm sitting here thinking about some of these people, one of those friends who I'm gonna see soon or whatever. I remember one day I'm sitting in school, middle school. I write her a poem. Different, whatever. I write her a poem, right? And I give it to her, and she reads it. And she was like the last friend of my group of friends who would read my poems in school. So she reads it, and she goes, "Damn, yo, why you keep like giving me these poems to read? Like, I don't fucking understand. Like, you write a lot. Damn, yo. I just wanted to share. My bad. All right, you know what? I'm gonna shut the fuck up." And I'm laughing because since that day forward, I've always struggled with people like reading my poetry. Like, nah, I don't want to share it. Let me read it. Nah, you good? Because at some point you might not want to read it no more. So nah, I'm good. I'm just not even going to open these can of worms. But it's funny. Like, it's funny to me now because I'm healing. I'm moving past it. Like, I'm starting to appropriate things differently. But I was the weird kid who hung out with the popular kids. So now tables turn and like weird is in, I guess. And like people are like, "Oh, you're yourself? That's great." But I thought we was always supposed to be ourselves. Oh God, oh my God. But like now that I'm that person, and apparently this hair be popping, and I'm still a size small. So like all of those things come together. It's like, hey Regina, what you want? Oh, just to be around? Alright, you give me around. I feel like now that I'm that guy, and this person used to be that guy, and I handle it differently than they did. Granted, we were kids, but they still possess some of these personality traits. Because as kids, it was like they thrived in the male attention. They loved it. They loved when people like told them that they were smarter, or they enjoyed when people told them just better than comparative statements. I saw it, and I'm just like, oh, all right, that's cool. And we used to joke. People think personality-wise, I'm you and you're me. But it's really the flip, and that was really it. And that's why we work as a unit. That's why I never really got upset. But now it's like, oh, you too popular. Oh, you know too many people. Oh, you too. And I'm like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about. First of all. But then secondly, and more importantly, why does that matter to us? Why? I'm here for and with you. I've been rocking. So it bothers me. It really, really does bother me. And I'm not the person who pointed this thing out to me. These are the words of someone else very close to us, an elder from the outside looking in. And you know, they just had a very deep, inquisitive conversation with me about a couple of things, and I'm just sitting there like, you are pointing out some very effing valid points here. So, I don't know. I don't like it though. I really, really don't. So, because that's an uncomfortable feeling to have about your friend. And I really hope it ain't that. But if it is, that's ugly. And I don't like it at all. So here's some interesting things as we begin to get to a solution of the bullshit. A solution of the fuckery, as I call it. So it's like the parts of the past that we have in common. I don't know, they're interesting. I think the parts of the past that we have in common starts to point to the difference or the shift. And we don't really engage in those parts anymore. So, the beginning of the solutions. First thing is, I was kind of prepared for this shit. So, I do spiritual guidance. I'm into crystals. I'm into connecting with my ancestors, all of that, right? So I did a spiritual reading at the top of this year, and my spirit guide was like, hey, this shit is coming down the pipe, so prepare yourself, because this could be one that will really fuck you up, or it'll really prepare you for what's to come. And with my spiritual guide, because she's my girlfriend, when she told me this, I was like, you don't get the fuck out of my face, yo. So here we are, not even a full quarter past the reading, and I'm just like, oh, this is what you was talking about. I'm ready. And I want to say, the shitty part of me wants to say that I'm not ready, but I'm ready, because I said I was open to receive all of these growth moments. So now that they come, and you can't reject them, you can't run from that which you asked for in those moments when nobody but you and your God, your universe, your spirit was listening. So I'm not going to run from it. But what I'm also like being very aware and present of is not fucking it up as well, because I have lost pivotal and important relationships in my life because I didn't know how to navigate through the growing pain. I've been fortunate to make some of those reconnections, but there are a few that I'm just like, I had to lose, like totally lose. This relationship is not one I'm willing to lose. And this ain't the first fucking growing pain I've went through with this friend. We've been through a few of them. So it's not like we don't know how to handle growing pains. I need to be more, like I said, I need to apply these tools that I've learned throughout this process since 30 and really knock this motherfucking wall down. Because I've been focused on maybe the wall is in my professional life. And maybe it ain't. Maybe my wall is in that sneaking aspects of my personal life that I don't realize have some important aspects of it that catapults me to being that woman that I'm becoming. So here's the solution that I've come up with. Right, wrong, or indifferent, this is what I'm going to try to apply moving forward in the healthiest way possible. The first thing is I'm going to choose not to make this friend uncomfortable. So it's okay if we don't do certain shit together. And that's okay. That don't mean that this friendship means any less. It doesn't mean that this friend means any less to me. It doesn't mean that I mean any less to this friend. We just don't do certain shit the same way, and that's okay. I will pay attention to the settings and the situations that make us both comfortable, that we both enjoy, that our fucking energy is popping on, and I will add more of those to our relationship, and I will be okay with the fact that I have to do other shit with other people. Like, that's what that's what my holistic life looks like. The change from the past, though, that I most certainly will do with this friend is be more forthcoming with my feelings about certain things. I don't think this friend I love so much that I love them like I love my family, and I don't always tell them what I'm feeling. I just eat it. But this go round, I can't eat it. I can't. So I'm going to be more forthcoming with my feelings. I'm also going to be more forthcoming with what I need from them. Like, I got to start calling them out about how it makes me feel like shit that I can't support you the ways that I want to. Those are accurate fucking valid fucking statements. And I need to start saying that shit out loud, because if I can't love and support you in this forwardness that I'm walking towards, then I won't be the woman that I'm supposed to be in this relationship. So this relationship has to change. I'm I'm working towards feeling more fellowship with this person, with all relationships that I have. And fellowship to me is about making sure that we have that harmonious groove, whatever our groove is. Like, I got a homegirl who I only see when it's time for us to turn the fuck up. So literally, I rock hella hard body with this friend 3 months out the year. That's the summer months, because that's when I'm out acting hella stupid, extra crazy, because it's warm out and I feel great and I want all of the sun. All of the sun. All of the sun and the heat. We're okay with that. Throughout the year, we check in, make sure people are good. And I don't think like that's all our relationship has been, but that's how it goes. And I love that person. So it's okay to compartmentalize people so y'all can fellowship properly. That's where I am. That's what I got. That's what I'm going to do. And I guess I'm going to have to check in and make sure that worked or it didn't, or what nuances that I made. Or hopefully, shit, I talk about it with this person. And I mean, we've been kind of talking about it over the past couple of months, but I think now it's getting to the point where we really got to dive into it and do this heavy lifting. But once we do, I know we'll be fine. Because we'll come up with a solution that is comparable to both of us. That's the type of person I am. So, yeah. So, y'all, if you out there and you are struggling with the growth of relationships, know that that shit is normal. It happens. You just got to respect yourself in the process. Love yourself through the process. And make sure that you do what is best for you. So, I got to run off because this video was a tad bit longer than I wanted it to be. And I didn't get in my afternoon nap. So let's see if we can fight off the crankies today. But I still got shit to do. But I'm about to lock down shop. Head out and do these errands. But y'all know what I do at the end. Hopefully I've dropped a pearl for you. If not, hopefully you just enjoyed looking at this ugly ass color scheme for about 45 minutes. But as always, my guys, I'm going to leave you with some light on this jury day. Because that's all we got sometimes. And let's be beacons of light for one another. I'm going to leave you with some life. Because, yo, as we balance this shit out, life is all we got at the end of it. But most importantly, as always, as everything that I do, I leave you guys with love. Because hopefully you love me as much as I love you.